Merry-go-rounds. This is not the first time that I'm discussing merry-go-rounds, but this time I'm here with a different perspective of things. The other time, my question was whether merry-go-rounds are really important in this era that we are living in. But today I have a different perspective. And in case you don't know what's a merry-go-round, merry-go-round ni ile a group setup where you form a group, you make a contribution, then you give to one of the members every time. Like, let's say the frequency of the contribution may be monthly. So hii mwezi tuseme tuko watu 10 tunatoa thou. So this month I take the 10,000. The next month another person takes the 10,000. Yes, we keep doing the same thing until all members gets their 10,000, and we start all over again. And it is a common setup. You will find that majority of people are in merry-go-rounds. So it is something that we cannot ignore. But now, the only problem I have with merry-go-rounds, yes, and I understand that maybe the main theme of you being together, it's provision of the social capital. That is, you have a group of people whom you are together. So that protection, that social capital, maybe for other reasons, maybe it is not financial reasons, but social capital. But what about to get to do things differently? You know, in the merry-go-rounds, we do things the same way that we found our mothers doing it, or even our grandparents do. I believe that is the origin of merry-go-rounds. They are not from this era. And one of the reasons that I gave as to why merry-go-rounds might have been common in the past, especially among women, is because that not many women used to operate banks account then, and they had to find a way, their own way of doing their financial transactions and doing their savings. So maybe merry-go-rounds were ideal back then. But in this era, can you be in a group and try to do things differently, and we see whether we get some different results. And my problem with the merry-go-round is that it is money. It is only money that you get to rotate, but you are not adding any value to that money, and we can all agree with that, because why do I give you my 1,000 in January, then I have to wait until December, and you'll give me my 1,000 in December? Like, as a matter of fact, I'm losing at this particular point, because most probably due to inflation levels, the value of my 1,000 that I gave you in January will not, the 1,000 that you give me in December will not have the same value. Most probably value itakuwa imeshuka. So it really don't make sense to me. But okay, merry-go-rounds is a good plan for those people who don't have financial discipline. Yeah, it might force you to contribute to that group, because if you fail to contribute, maybe there are fines that comes with that. But if you don't have issue with if you have a good financial discipline, I don't think that you need to be in a merry-go-round, because you can simply save your money. You can commit to putting that 1,000 aside that you contribute to that merry-go-round, and in fact it will be safe, because there is no risk. You see, contributing to a merry-go-round introduces an element of risk that you can contribute when others are being given the money. Then when it comes to you, something happens and members fail to contribute. So my view this time round is, can you be in a merry-go-round? Okay, not merry-go-round. Can you be in a group, that group setting, but do things in a different way? Do things that you will try improve or create value with the money that you contribute. So, and there are some several options that are there. Option number one, I'm sure in that your merry-go-round, there is someone with a mobile loan app. Okay, there is someone with a mobile loan app, and they have already taken a loan from a mobile loan provider. There's someone with a small loan from a bank. There's someone with a loan from a SACCO. There's someone with a loan from a Shylock. Why? Okay, is it possible that you do the contributions, create a common pool of funds from which you can do internal lending? Like we contribute money, then in case someone needs a loan, instead of that member going to take a loan from Tara, from branch, or from wherever, you loan that member and charge interest, but at a friendly interest rate. Let's say banks are doing 15%, 20%. You can lend within yourself at an interest rate of 10%. Does it make sense? In that scenario, you have created value to the money because you'll be able to earn interest. That is one thing. And the other thing is that you will be able to help each other, which is a social problem that you'll be able to solve. The main theme as to why you are there is out of that social protection. So by doing that, you'll be able to create that social environment that you'll be able to help each other. So that is one of the options that you can consider, creating a common pool of funds instead of giving it to someone who you are not even sure that they need money. Okay, I'm sorry, I know we need money anytime, but instead of giving that money to someone who might not put it to best use at that particular time, give it to someone who need money and let them pay interest. So internal lending is one of the factors that I think a group can consider. The other option is opening an account where you deposit the funds and you get to earn some interest. You can open a money market fund account, either as a joint or a group, and you get to be depositing the funds there, no matter how small the interest rate will be. If you contribute a lot of money, you can do the math and see the potential interest that you are losing by just making the money rotate around the group. So an account such as an account that earns interest, such as a money market fund, is another option that you can consider as a group. Instead of distributing that money immediately, contribute that money, have it in an account where the money will earn some interest. You may decide to pay to share the interest later in the year, or just keep creating more value with the funds that you get to contribute. The other option is you can also venture into purchase of government, into investment in government securities as a group. And by government securities, I mean either treasury bills or treasury bonds. And in this case, I would really prefer treasury bills because they are short term. Because kitu ya watu wengi huwezi sema ati tutanunua treasury bonds ya miaka 10. We are not sure that whatever environment that is in that group now will exist in 10 years. But for 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, I consider that to be fine. You can commit the group's fund for such a duration. So you can get to venture into the investment in government securities. Instead of, you can invest in government securities with a minimum of 50,000. And just to give an example, if you buy a treasury bill with a maturity period of 3 months with 50,000, the interest won't be that much for the 3 months. I think the net interest will be around 2,000, if I'm not wrong. But you see, in the 3 months, the 50,000 that you had contributed will have turned to 52,000. It's not much as you can see, but at least there is some creation of value that is getting to happen. So now that is 50,000. Consider those merry-go-round, sijui watu wana contribute sijui 5,000, sijui 10,000. So you can imagine with what you can do with such amount. So basically my concept is, my idea is, instead of sharing the monies that you get to contribute without adding any value, think of an idea that will earn you even the smallest interest that you can think about. Like the dynamics of there's sometimes that I think it was during the 2022 elections campaign, and Aturi said that, I think he said that the dynamics of 2002 cannot work in 2022. So basically, we don't have to carry everything from the 20th century and bring it to the 21st century. Yes, we can take the idea of being together as a group, because maybe when we are together we get to achieve more, but we can think of a different way of doing things. Juu hiyo ku exchange pesa hiyo, I don't see how it is creating value. Yes, I know your merry-go-round might have a different motive, but get to think of how we can be able to try and change and do things differently. We try and do things in the 21st century way, instead of carrying everything from the 20th century or the 19th century and bring it to the 21st century, where it might not work. You see, maybe our mothers and grandmothers would have contributed and considered such options, but they were not there. And even if they were there, I think the information was so limited. The financial literacy was a bit down that time. They did not have this information, but we can try and do things in a different way. Tell me what you think about that.